and quartz into the Dunkin' Donuts, they realized there was no noticeable deterioration of the countertops after 3 years. So there was no need to replace them. So instead of every 3 years, they're currently at every 7 years. So although solid surface is cheaper, you're more than doubling the life cycle of the material in a commercial project, so that the actual cost of it, although more expensive to start with, a lot cheaper over the life of the countertop. And that's why engineered stone is now starting to outpace in the fast food restaurant side and the hotel side. The hospitality industry in general is moving towards engineered stone for a life cycle cost effectiveness.
So mainly SS products is an inferior product to the ES products, right?
The solid surface SS is inferior to the ES.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Right. What about we just heard about porcelain. Have you heard of porcelain? It's a kind of new surface product. No.
I haven't heard of it. Describe it, and I may have known it as something else.
Okay.
Then please never mind.
All right. Let's hold. Could you give us a second, please?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Okay. Could you tell us about the approximate number of profitability of the ES product? Like, for example, like Caesarstone profitability, like operating profit.
You're looking at around 30 to 35% net profit.
Net profit
at 30 to 35%.
Then, what about the operating profit, not net profit?
45 to 50.
45 to 50% of for ES. Okay. Then is it high or compared to the other average players? Is it high or is it just average?
It'd be average. Everybody should be at very similar rates. Silestone, Cambria, Zodiac will all be similar sort of margins.
According to our understanding, the Caesarstone is mainly the prestige brand that deals with a lot of higher price than others. But you're saying still they
It is known as a high quality brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a lot higher in price, with the exception of their Concerto line. Mm-hmm. It's a semi-precious stone line. That's different again. Their standard product
mm-hmm.
has a good reputation of high quality special stone, but pricing not much more than. It's in line with Silestone, Cambria, Zodiac, Algae. When it comes down to commercial projects, we're all exactly the same. There's really no difference when it comes down to commercial projects on any of them. Residential, very, very similar. It may be a couple of dollars difference. That's nothing really to talk about as far as pricing. But it is definitely known as a better quality.
Right. All right.
Okay. As far as I know, the patent of Breton Stone, which is Italian company, which holds exclusive rights for the engineered stone. has expired. So then we consider that the Chinese players can be the threat. So what is your opinion about the new entrance of Chinese players in the ES market?
In the equipment manufacturing or the distribution of the stone?
Distribution of stones.
Manufacturing and distribution of stone, not
They have more chance of getting into the European market. The Chinese to come in with a cheaper product, cheaper materials. They have more of a chance to get into the European market, just because of the type of fabricators. Very much a lot more smaller operations that can compete on price. In the U.S. market, it's far more quality driven. It would be a lot harder for the Chinese, even a really discounted product that would come in and really compete against the established brands. If you look at even the ones that have come in, they really have had no impact. And even though even though there's been the patent on the Breton equipment, almost everybody has the availability. They haven't stopped anybody from being able to make it. I don't see really the effects of dropping or the patent running out that really has made any difference. So they've always been willing to sell to almost anybody. They've set up pretty much anybody, and the only restriction is the manufacturing in the U.S. For the most part, and that was still Caesarstone, Silestone, Cambria. Everybody competed, everybody worked in the area anyway, so the patent itself really didn't mean a lot. There wasn't anything enforced, and there wasn't really a lot of restrictions. And when you see the number of players that have come into the U.S. quartz market, there's almost 15, 16 different distributors of quartz materials. There's really only 3 of them that hold Caesarstone, Silestone, and Cambria. Those 3 are the only ones that have. They're at about 80% of market share just in those 3.
Right.
No one else has made any impact at all over the last 5 years.
Okay, right. We got 2 questions left to ask.
Okay.
One is, do you have an idea of average selling price of ES products and SS products in U.S. market?
Do you want square footage or slab rate?
Square meters.
And you want to the fabricator, or are you looking for...
the wholesale price and retail and fabricate.
Okay, let me just a second.
You don't want
Okay, if you're looking at the wholesale rate, this is from manufacturer to distributor. You're looking at about $9 to $10 a square foot on ES. You're looking at $6 to $7 a square foot on SS. That is manufacturer to distributor.
So $9 to $10 square feet or meter?
Square foot.
Square foot, $9 to $10.
Yep.
And how about distributor to fabricator?
Distributor to fabricator.
Or maybe manufacturer to fabricator.
Right. So manufacturer to fabricator. Here in the U.S., it would generally come from distributor, or the distributor rate or the fabricator, the manufacturer rate is going to be the same price to a fabricator. The fabricator would then buy it from $14 to $15 a square foot for SS from the to the fabricator.
14 to $15 in square foot.
$14 to $15 a square foot.
Okay.
I got one more.
And on the SS, you're at about $11 to $12 a square foot.
Okay. Then I just got one. The other question popped up.
Do you want the retail price at the end of the day to a consumer?
No. We don't need. I think.
Okay.
And I got one more question, which is totally different. If we consider to start ES business and SS business at the same time, do I have a synergy effect by having those two business at the same time?
Yes.
For example,
yes.
Distribution channel and or other things.
It would be definitely beneficial to be able to provide both.
But why do you think
necessary. So? I think there is definitely an advantage of being able to come into the end user and say, I have engineered stone or solid surface. You've got two options. I could bring both to the table. Yes, it would be an advantage to have both. If I couldn't have both, I would only be doing engineered stone. I would not bring solid surface on its own. SS on its own, you're coming into a dead market, and would be a complete and total waste of time, waste of money.
Okay, then if I start the business with let's say solid surface business, and then I expand to the engineered stone, then can I leverage the distribution channel of the SS when I expand to engineered stone?
There would definitely be some overlapping of resources of distribution channel, but I would not come in with just solid surface. I would come in with, if you're going to do one first, I would come in with engineered stone first.
Is that because the market is more attractive or rising?
It's a rising, growing market where the solid surface SS market is a reduced